Today on NewsCenter, take a look at the Symphony Band's winter concert, find out what the Cave Run Symphony Orchestra is up to, and take a look at how students are preparing for finals. All this and more now on NewsCenter.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Chad Hedrick.
And I'm Leanne Zaproni. This is your news for December 4th, 2014.
A Morehead State employee was indicted by a Round County grand jury for allegedly receiving marijuana in the mail. Brian K. Nunn was indicted for trafficking in marijuana when he allegedly received 5.3 pounds of marijuana via the U.S. Postal Service. At this time, Nunn is no longer listed on the Morehead State's directory as an employee. Nunn worked as the major gifts officer for the MSU Foundation, as well as the marketing and promotions coordinator for MSU's athletic department.
Morehead State University has partnered with the Highlands Museum and Discovery Center for a new astronomical exhibit titled Satellites, Aerospace, and the Bluegrass State. The reception and ribbon cutting ceremony will be held today from 6 to 8 p.m. The exhibit will inform visitors about the role of satellites play in the field of aerospace, featuring one-to-one space scale models of satellites built and flown by MSU. The exhibit will also highlight the university's role in preparing students to work in the challenging field of aerospace. For additional information, call the Highlands Museum and Discovery Center at 606-329-8888 or Director of MSU Star Theater and staff member of MSU Space Science Program, Eric Thomas, at 606-783-9593.
Morehead State University's Star Theater hosted a Launch Watch event as NASA attempted to test launch of the Orion spacecraft. The Orion spacecraft is designed to take astronauts further into space than they've ever been before. The unmanned test flight was set to take place from Cape Canaveral, Florida this morning. The launch, however, was postponed for the third time today. The event at the Star Theater began today at 6:30 a.m. MSU followed the attempted launch until about 8:30 a.m., but the Orion spacecraft didn't leave the launch pad due to wind gusts and sticky fuel valves. NASA will attempt a launch again tomorrow morning. Additional information and updates about the launch can be found at facebook.com/MSU Star Theater.
Today marks the beginning of Morehead's annual Christmas celebration. Hometown Holidays, the Trailblazers spoke to Dr. Donald Grant about the week's upcoming performance, featuring the Cave Run Symphony Orchestra.
Actually, the preparation was a year ago. So all the concerts, there are 4 a year for the Cave Run Symphony Orchestra, and we have a committee called the Artistic Advisory Committee, which is part of the board, and we plan our entire season a year in advance. So this is our second concert. This particular concert is planned for an audience that's going to be coming with, we'll say, a younger crowd, mainly children. So in choosing the music, we wanted to be a more accessible kind of music for youngsters. So we're doing the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, which involves narration with Dr. Mark Miner, former faculty member here at Morehead State. And we're looking forward to this. This is our gift back to the community. It is a free concert. I think music is kind of part of the holiday season. So we're sort of the climax of the whole celebration venue of having everyone come together in one place. So you might start out at the Fuzzy Duck hearing a group of instrumentalists and meander your way down to the conference center, and on that way you might hear a trombone choir, you might hear a brass choir, might hear saxophones. So when you get to 8 o'clock in the conference center, it will be all of our principal artists, teachers on faculty, along with their best students and a guest conductor. We're doing the Handel portions of the Handel Messiah, and we're featuring our two artist vocalists, Eric Brown and Roma Prendel. So that's fun to see our faculty out there performing for the community. We're doing the last piece is the Christmas Festival Overture by Alfred Reed, and I would say that for me as a musician, that would be the highlight of the program, along with Handel's Messiah. And the other pieces are the expected pieces you'd hear at this time of the year. Carols, jingle bells.
Morehead State University has been selected as the top school in Military Advanced Education's 2015 Guide to Colleges and Universities. MAE measures best practices in military and veteran education. MSU's Director of Military Initiatives, Max Amons, said that the university is pleased to be recognized and that the campus community continues to build on MSU's tradition of providing help to the veterans and their families' need to transition from soldier to student and ultimately to a college graduate. A few years ago, MSU opened up the Veterans Resource Center, which allows prospective and current military and student veterans to receive various ways of help, assistance, and also a place to relax. The guide will be released in the December issue of May. For a complete listing of military-related services, visit moreheadstate.edu/veteran.
A Morehead State University faculty member and a recent graduate will have their research published as a chapter of a computer science book. The research was the work of Dr. Sharif Rashad, an associate professor of computer science, and Zach Lamb, who graduated from Morehead State with a bachelor's degree in computer science in the spring of 2014. Their paper, known as Optimizing Next Generation Mobile Networks Using Frequent Sequential Pattern Mining, will be featured as a chapter in the book New Trends in Networking, Computing, E-Learning Systems, Sciences, and Engineer Lecture Notes in Electrical Engineering. The book will be released in January 2015. Lamb said that this is their first time his work has been published, and an experience has helped him advance in his education in a number of ways.
Coming up in the newscast, find out how you can prepare for graduation. We'll be right back after this break.
Yo, why you looking at bags, bro? What you need is a chick magnet. You put me in your room and boom, chicks. That's what I'm talking about.
We are seeing some cold and wet, rainy weather outside right now. Temperature setting at around 36, but luckily mostly in our area we're mostly just seeing that cold rain. A little bit to the north of us, a little bit of mixed icy rain, and even a little bit of snow. So right now we're lucking out on that, and we're just seeing a little bit of rain. That's going to kind of continue throughout the evening, just some light showers here and there. High was set back in 1970 at 70 degrees. Nowhere near that today, but luckily we are far away from 5 degrees as well, set back in 1964. The average temperature for today is around 48, so a little cooler than that, but a little higher than the average low, around 32. Overall, we're sitting right in the middle of it today. Taking a look at your temperatures across the state, 37 in Lexington, 37 in Frankfort, Louisville, Derby City, seeing temperatures around 39. And as you look back on the southern end of the state, Fort Knox seeing temperatures around 37, 42 down in Bowling Green. Up in Covington towards Cincinnati, temperatures around 36. Same Morehead, Mount Sterling, all seeing about the same temperatures. Taking a look at your Doppler radar, as you can see, it is a pretty good sized storm that's pretty much covering the entire tri-state. Like I was saying, up towards Covington, they're seeing a little bit nastier weather. You can see a little bit of that rain and snow up that way. Luckily, right in our area, mostly pretty clear. A few little storms here and there. Heavier rain showers down towards Pikeville, but overall, pretty wet across the state. And now we're going to take its NewsCenter notices.
welcome to NewsCenter Notices. Joining me today is Mike Esposito from Career Services. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Good. Graduation is right around the corner and students everywhere are out looking for jobs. Can you tell me a little bit how Career Services can help these students out with a job search?
Sure. The services we offer to alumni are identical to what we offer to students. We have MSU Job Link, which is our online job posting site. Students, when they graduate, they will still have access to that through their MSU ID. We can help with resume creation. If they're planning to go to graduate school, we can help them with that application process. We can help them with the job search overall. We offer a number of services to them, and they can get them as an alumni, and they can certainly get them as a student.
You said you help the alumni as well. Can you tell me a bit about the services that alumni can come back and receive from MSU?
Sure. Sometimes we will get alumni who have been out of the job searching mode for several years, and so we can help them update their resumes to the more modern formats. Things that were done 20 years ago when I graduated are no longer the way to do things now, and we can look at those, help them improve those documents, and then also do practice interviews with them. We can also do this with current students as well, because again, they may not have actually done an interview in a great long while, and we can then do that with them, and so they can be better prepared once they go into a job interview.
What do you think is the most important thing that students and alumni need to think about when they're creating their resume?
The detail that needs to be in it. They need to focus on the exact number of skills, number of things that they've done, the amount of things that they've done. They need to quantify their experiences. They should not leave it vague. Sometimes people, they say that they have customer service skills. Well, how many customers did you service? How did you service them, and what did you do while you were doing that? Sometimes people don't think to put those things down on a resume. And it's a real simple way to make your resume stand out from others.
Good. Is there anything else that Career Services wants students to know as they're preparing to graduate and move on into their careers?
Sure. The average job search takes about 6 to 8 months. Now, that's not to say that if you are graduating next week and haven't begun your job search, you're out of luck. That's not what we're saying at all, but just understand that it's going to be a process that takes time. Students who are graduating in May need to start now looking for a job.
Good. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back after the break with an extended look at weather and Samuel Perkins with Eagle Athletics.
And print. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. Temperature still sitting at around 36 degrees outside here in Moorhead. Still a rain, very cold, is just moving its way across the area. A little bit lighter rains in our area. Humidity sitting at around 93%. The winds are in a northeastern direction at 3 miles per hour. Seen a little bit of colder weather today than we expected. Warming up a little bit overnight, and as we go into that, we're still going to see some more of those showers, but still cooler than usual. Taking a look at your temperatures across the Commonwealth, you can see in 37 in Fort Knox, 39 in Louisville, Frankfort, the capital, seeing temperatures around 37. So basically across the whole state, pretty warm. Look down in Harlan County, a little bit warmer down that way. And then up in Covington, they're seeing a little bit nastier weather up towards Cincinnati, a little bit of snow and sleet mix. So we're doing a little better along the I-64 corridor. Taking a look at that storm in a little bit better detail on the Doppler radar, courtesy of WKYT, you can really see how Cincinnati, Covington is just getting hammered. And we're kind of in the gap of the storm. It's a little worse down there in Pikeville. They're getting a little, but right here in the little gap we're in, seeing a little bit better. Still cold though. Can't get away from the cold. Right now you can see a better look at that storm, how it's just covering Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana. Still seeing some nasty weather moving its way up north, as we were saying. And we're going to continue seeing that overnight into tomorrow with some more storms developing tomorrow evening. Tonight, a few showers, like I was saying, high of 39. So sunset around 5:19, so just here in a few minutes, no more sunshine for the night. We'll have to wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow, more heavy rain in our area, high of around 55, so a little bit warmer, but well, again, that heavy rain is going to come in, making it a pretty nasty day to try and do anything outside. Around 7:36, we were to be seeing the sunshine popping back out. High of 55 tomorrow for Friday, with a low of 45, 90% chance of rain tomorrow, working into the weekend. Saturday, high of 47. Low of 29 Sunday, cooling off a little bit more, 42 with a low of 36 overnight. Monday, 47 with a low of 38 into Tuesday. Starting your morning off around 34 degrees with a little bit of rain moving back into the area. And then back into Wednesday, we're seeing the sun come back out, 36 degrees. Chilly day though. And then Thursday, getting towards the end of finals week, 45, sunny and cold, low of 30 overnight. So bad news about the Hometown Holidays Parade's been canceled tonight, but the good news, at least it's been rescheduled for next Friday at 5:30.
Yeah. So over all this rain, I'm ready. I want some snow. I think I'm ready for some snow. I can't.
Yeah, let's
don't attack me for saying
make
that.
Make it a little bit more holiday.
Yeah.
If it's going to be cold, give us the snow.
Exactly. That's exactly, Don. Thanks.
We'll be back after this.
Your home for the Morehead State Eagles, this is NewsCenter Sports.
Morehead State women's basketball team fell to Lipscomb on a pair of last-second free throws to lose 61-59. The Lady Eagles fall 2-3-3 on the season with that loss. Sophomore forward Shay Still led the Eagles with 17 points, which is her fifth double-figure game. Freshman forward Ariel McKee also added a double-double to the game with 12 points and 10 rebounds. And senior guard Almisha Jones threw in 11 assists on the day. The Eagles will travel to Akron Friday to take on the Zips. Game time is set for 7 p.m. Your men's Eagles basketball team dropped a 63-59 game at Johnson Arena to East Tennessee State. The Eagles held a 6-point advantage with 9 minutes remaining, but gave up a 13-4 run late to lose the lead. The loss put the Eagles to 4-5 on the season. Senior Angela Warner led the Eagles with 13 points, as sophomore Corbin Collins and junior Lionel Gaines both matched with 12 points. The Eagles will take the court again tonight at 8 p.m. to take on UAB. 11 Morehead State football players were named to the 2014 All-Pioneer football team this week. Justin Cornwall was named to the first team as a return specialist. Brandon Bornhauser, Joshua Brunner, Ronald Cooper, Chris Fuchs, Austin Gehafer, Justin Greer, Alex Hay, Mike Jackson, Luke Keller, and Jake Raymond were tabbed honorable mention. Cornwall ranked second in the conference in kick return average. He also led the team with 6 touchdown receptions. And now for NewsCenter's famous sports trivia. What MSU basketball player is currently #1 in the nation for assists? Is it A, Kareem Story, B, Almisha Jones, C, Corbin Collins, or D, Ariel McKee?
I'm going to have to go with B on this one. I'm seeing some pretty incredible things out there.
Yeah, definitely. Almisha's just rocking it this season, so.
Almisha Jones.
All right, well, we're going to say a big congratulations to Almisha because she currently has 54 assists and she averages roughly about 9 assists per game. Wow, and that is really awesome that she is #1 in the nation at such a small little school like here in Morehead.
That's
so
very hard
good
to
for
do.
her.
Big congratulations to you from all of us, and we will be right back after the break.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
It kind of makes you wanna...
Breaking the song?
Yup. I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest. I love when eagles play.
I love the campus!
And all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada,
boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
I love philosophy.
We love diversity. I love English.
and all its weird words.
I love the music
and all its melodies. Boom diada, boom diada.
Boom diada, boom diada. I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things
and all the athletes.
I love Moorhead.
It's such a pretty place.
The 5th annual Craft Bazaar MSU Student Art and Craft Sale is being held today and tomorrow in the gallery of Morehead State University's Claypool Young Art Building. The selection features arts and crafts by MSU students, recent graduates, and faculty and staff members. The event is an opportunity for the campus and community to purchase locally produced jewelry, paintings, prints, knitwear, ceramics, holiday ornaments, and much more. The Craft Bazaar will be open in the gallery tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is free to browse and open to the general public.
Once a year, the Ye Old Madrigal Feast is presented by faculty, staff, and students in the Department of Music, Theater, and Dance. The community is invited to spend an evening in the company of the lords and ladies, knights and knaves, and jesters and jugglers. The feast is scheduled to be held today and Friday, December 4th and 5th. The feast, the university's official holiday dinner, is a 21st century recreation of Renaissance feasts held throughout England. The event will feature gourmet food, themed entertainment, vocal and instrumental music, and performers. It will be held in the Adrian Doran University Center. The evening's activities will begin at 6 p.m. with a wine reception, and dinner begins at 7 p.m. Individual tickets are $35. Faculty, staff, student, and retirees can purchase tickets for $30 for the Thursday evening performance. Additional information on this year's Madrigal Feast is available by calling the Office of Alumni Relations and Development at 606-783-2033.
Relief from diminishing meal plan balances was offered to students in the form of turkey, dressing, and fellowship. The Methodist Student Center provided a Thanksgiving dinner for hundreds of hungry students on sub-freezing Thursday night. Reverend Drew McNeil said, quote, "I know students are running low on funds. I've even met some students that won't get to go home for Thanksgiving." McNeil is in his 10th year as campus minister for the MSC, said the dinner was feasible because of so many great organizations getting involved. The list including Delta Zeta, Kappa Sigma, and the BCM. Members of the MSC served mashed potatoes, dressing, green beans, macaroni and cheese, corn, rolls, and cookies. Attendees traded the cold for the warmth of the MSC and formed a line that stretched throughout the first floor. McNeil says, quote, "It's a family here, but we don't want it to be a closed family. We want it to be an open table, and literally and metaphorically, we want anyone to know if you haven't found the place to experience and grow in your grace and knowledge in the Lord, you're welcome here." The MSC hosts devotionals every Monday at 8:30 p.m., Bible study Thursday at 7 p.m., and is located next to ADAC.
The Department of Music, Theater, and Dance presented the Symphony Band Winter Concert, and NewsCenter reporter Tia Johnson joined the audience.
I'm Richard Miles. I'm the Director of Bands here at Morehead State University, and this is my 30th year conducting the Symphony Band. So our concert tonight was a culmination of wind band classics. And we performed some of the most famous of the wind band repertoire in the world. One particular piece in the top 20 pieces considered by my colleagues was Suite Francais by Darius Milhaud. It represents folk song kind of music from 5 provinces in France. And then we concluded the concert with Paul Hindemith's Symphony for Band. And that's a architectural masterpiece from a composition standpoint. It was a delightful response, and then we gave everyone a little holiday treat, and we played Sleigh Ride at the end of the concert. What better way to end with a nice kind of feeling of joyful holiday time, and for students to enjoy that break coming up, the well-deserved break, I'm sure.
Round County Christmas, or RCC, is an organization that provides gifts and food vouchers to children, senior citizens, and families in need in Round County. The organization is in its 21st year of giving and is asking citizens to donate what they can to those who are struggling. Board Chair of RCC, Tanya Lemaster, says they are $10,000 short of where they need to be to serve everyone who has applied. Donations and gifts will continue to be accepted until distribution on December 12th at the Carl Perkins Community Center. Rowan County Christmas also asked for volunteers to distribute between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. For more information, you can call Lemaster at 606-784-6306.
To help raise money for the Rowan County Christmas, the 9th annual Magical Christmas Tree Walk will be held until December 14th. For the event, many trees, decor, and wreaths will be displayed, each donated by 33 community businesses and individuals. There will be an open bidding, and visitors can vote for their favorite by placing $1 in a secure box set up beside the decorations. Newly added this year is a Winter Wonderland cutout of snowmen for visitors to take pictures with. The Magical Christmas Tree Walk will light up the Moorhead Conference Center and the downtown area. Last year, the fundraising event raised $2,538. For the Rowan County Christmas, for more information, contact the event coordinator, Shayla Menville, at 606-7844-116.
With finals week approaching, students at Moorhead State are determined to pass their final tests with flying colors. NewsCenter reporter Andrew McCann caught up with some students to see what they're doing to prepare for finals and if they're ready for Christmas break.
Take some free time out for myself and, play games and whatnot to get the stress away. Study a little bit here, study a little bit there, and then cram at the end. Definitely go to the library a few hours a day.
Well, I stay in the library. I've been in the library for 12 hours the past 3 days, so I just try to keep busy. Well, right now I'm writing a lot of papers, so I just doing that, and then for a couple of my classes I use note cards, flashcards, so stay focused, don't go out too much, and just know that in the end it'll all be worth it.
Finals, yeah, so far everything's going really great. I think I've gotten 2 of my finals worked out already, which is awesome. I think I did pretty good on them overall. I worked really hard and I've only got 2 or 3 left. Now, in terms of finals, everything's going great. Can't wait for it to all end. I'm really ready for Christmas and everything. So, dealing with the stress of finals, don't forget to have fun. That's one thing I can say to everyone is just don't forget to have fun, because if you're just too caught up, you're not going to be able to study at all. But then if you're doing too much fun stuff, you're not going to be able to study either way. So have a little bit of fun, take a break, and just always remember to have a little bit of fun, but remember as well to stay on task. Typically, whenever I study, I try to study at night, around the hours between 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night, so I get a good 5-hour span. I try to enjoy most of my day, most of the daylight outside or doing some other type of activity, but whenever the sun goes down, that's when I decide to do all my studies, so that's one thing.
I take a lot of breaks and go out and eat, hang out with friends, but not for very long. I go to the library and I spend about 2 hours per session, then take a break, and then do another 2 hours. You've got to make it fun and have your own way of studying. If it's not personal, it's not going to work.
Well, everybody likes to think, oh, just study, but the more you study, the more that you're stressed out, because people actually don't know the more you study, the harder it is to actually gain knowledge, because it's hard on your brain. And I study a few hours a day, and then I go to just do things I like play basketball or hang out with friends. I don't just study the whole time. That's how I relieve some stress off myself. Yeah, I make some notes in class, but mostly I just get with some friends that have the same classes and ask them, things that I don't know that maybe they know. Honestly, the teachers do give you all the stuff. Well, most teachers give you the stuff that you need to pass a class, whether it's a study guide or online notes. You really just need to review it maybe an hour or 2 a day, and then, you should pass it no problem.
While this is our last broadcast of the semester, you can always watch NewsCenter online at msutv.net.
And you can follow us on Twitter at MSU_NewsCenter.
On behalf of Dawn Young with weather, Samuel Perkins with sports, and the rest of the NewsCenter team, I'm Leanne Zaproni.
And I'm Chad Hedrick. Have a great evening and a happy and safe holiday season. night.